Good stuff. So we have the very talented, amazing Jess here with us, excited to talk with you, today and kind of like dive in a little bit more here. But so just dive in and even further here before you joined, us in the higher closer community and course, like what was it you were specifically looking for? Like what were you going through at the time that made you like want to be a part of this?
Yeah, I was in a current offer that wasn't really working. I wasn't hitting the KPIs, so I was
Mhm.
starting to look for something new, something
Mhm.
that's a bit more established. And I guess I just wanted to really figure out how to update my resume, update my LinkedIn, get all of that stuff figured out so I could go out and try to find a much better offer.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's exactly what I found.
Oh, beautiful. Love hearing that. And look, you don't have to go into like specifics here, or name any companies, previously, but
Yeah.
you've obviously invested in other courses and sales programs before, right? As well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, I mean, in your opinion, like what's been like the biggest difference between like what you've gone through with us and what you've experienced, come in the past with other types of courses, programs, et cetera, as well.
Yeah, it was a lot more specific in exactly how to craft your resume, how to
Mhm.
update your LinkedIn, really a lot. It did much deeper dive into really going out and trying to find the perfect leads for yourself.
Yeah,
Whereas other courses I've done and just kind of brushed over it, it was just like an afterthought. And
yeah.
so you kind of end up in a role that's like not perfect because you don't know entirely what you're doing in that
Mm,
aspect.
yeah. Well, you mentioned a good point about jumping into maybe something you're not, not really a good fit, long term wise. And I feel like a lot of salespeople struggle with that. They look at the next like shiny thing, like the shiny object. It's like, oh, I can make decent amount, but they don't do the proper vetting process, or they don't dive enough, they don't dive deeper, you know what I mean, to like figure out if this is like a really solid fit for them internally long term, like so.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're kind of, learn that, that process as well. It's really cool, actually. And I mean, realistically, how long did it really take you after getting, jumping into the program? Like, how long did it take you to get hired, here as well?
So I joined the program probably about a month ago, and
Yeah.
then I'll be honest, I didn't look at anything for the first 2 weeks, and then I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I need to get serious about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was probably a week and a half ago. I went through and I followed it step by step, updated my LinkedIn, updated my resume, and then um, it's I guess a week and a half later, I already have a new offer.
Yeah. It's crazy, huh? It's crazy how quickly this can
Yeah,
come
and I've
together.
accepted it. And I've even had other recruiters on LinkedIn, so one other one so far, reach out to see if I
Yeah.
was interested in a role. So
Beautiful.
very
That's
quickly.
Yeah, after a week and a half. That's crazy, by
Yeah.
the way. But so yeah, so touch on that a little bit. So you updated your LinkedIn, kind of went to the course a little bit, further, kind of like made the changes. So then you started seeing recruiters specifically reaching out to you, wanting to take a look at their offer, right? That they had. Or is
Mhm.
that kind of, did you have multiple ones, or were just a few kind of trickling in here after the last week and a half, give or take?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
so again, it's been a week, it's only been a week and a half, but that
Yeah.
one, I mean, I guess that was a few days ago. So that happened, the one recruiter reached out to me so far a week ago,
Cool. Cool.
straight
That's
from
beautiful.
LinkedIn. It's cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's just like a small fraction of everything. So that's pretty cool,
Yeah.
actually. Awesome. And in your honest opinion, I mean, what's been like the most valuable part, to you so far about this and this community and the program so far?
Um, so absolutely going through and the fact that I updated all of that stuff, that was super helpful. And then, I mean, I went to the first mindset
Yeah.
Zoom last night, and that was really cool. I'm really excited to continue going to those because
Yeah.
in this being my first setter role, I don't know enough about what I should be doing. Like, what is like, oh, is this normal or not normal? I have no idea. And so
Yeah.
when I was in the offer that wasn't really going according to plan, and I'm just like, oh, is this me? Is it like, what's going on here? And so I was kind of able to bounce some of those ideas off her and get really a game plan on how I could do better moving forward in the next offer. And so that was really beneficial.
Yeah. That's like Crystal's awesome, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I told you, but she was like, she's been like the number one sales rep almost in like every single organization she's been a part of. And she does her own thing, a lot of mindset stuff now too, at the same token. So it's like a perfect balance, which I feel like is really needed, with when it comes to salespeople jumping into a new offer, especially because there's a lot of moving parts, right, to that. And so like having that like process and like having that mindset down, having the sales structure down, everything you need to hit your goals and KPIs and commission, like exactly what I want, out of this program, for everyone to make sure they're good, and taken care of.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
exactly.
Yeah, I love hearing that. And I guess just last question, super quick, but I mean, in your honest opinion, would you recommend us to like any setter, SDR, closer, salesperson in general looking to get hired quickly or maybe struggling to find
Yeah,
the best opportunity?
absolutely. There's no way I would have had this new role if I had not joined this program. Like
Yeah.
my LinkedIn was horrible. My resume, I did not even realize how bad it was. And so I'm really thankful for this. And I think anybody would really benefit from it. I mean, a week and a half speaks for itself.
Yeah, yeah, that's crazy. Well, that's awesome. I'm super stoked for you and look forward to continuing your journey and keep leveling up as well. So excited for you.
Thank you.
All right. Beautiful. All right.